For 2 years, I did farming as a extra, other than my regular, and that taught me a lot. So I was not dependent on it at all. So we had an acre in which we planted tomatoes, and we were able to make 700 kgs of tomato every week. Year one, just behind the farm was a wholesale market. I used to go and sell there. One crate of 18 kgs of tomato I used to sell for 400 rupees. And I used to make good money.
Okay.
Year two, the same effort was same, yield was same, everything was same. One crate of tomato fetched me 40 rupees. We should market this item. I have a need, he has the produce. Why not make sure that he gets the best?
Welcome to Dexian Talks, an initiative by Dexian India that brings together accomplished leaders and industry experts to share their insights, experiences and perspectives that inspire growth and innovation. Continuing the conversation between Mr. Kumar and Mr. Subramanian, over to you, Kumar.
So we had earlier an option to give employees once a month biryani, the spicy food. And if I see the spike of employee absenteeism, generally is like whenever it's there, the next following day. So I was trying to work out the average number of working days. At some days, like I could feel it never happened to be 20. It will be 18.5, 18, 17.5, or it oscillates. 2 days are always missing. And the interesting fact is that 2 days comes from whenever there is a huge biryani consumption, right? So it happens. I'm not talking about just the quality of biryani or anything. When you are working and when you are consuming such a oily portion of the food, what happens is like kind of typically, because most of them work in the night shift, and being in the night shift is like kind of the food needs to be a energy saver for you rather than energy consumer, and that's where is like I see a lot more people getting sick when they are working against the biological clock. If it is generally 1 or 2 days, I think your theory is right, but this is where it gives a lot more insight into how to control the food in certain areas, and this is where you are talking about the oil consumption and things like that. But you also did a research about the traceability of the quality of food which you make or use it to prepare the food. So I think offline we spoke about it. The grade A which you wanted to buy and you wanted to keep the cycle going, directly procuring from the farmers so that they also benefited out of that one. The higher price is provided. I think somewhere down the line, I think you have been appreciated by some of the FPOs and others also. Take me through that one, like kind of how, in fact, I see this way in a UN Sustainable Development Goals. One of the thing is, of course, the hunger, remove the hunger, provide the quality food, employment opportunities, and income generation for people. Almost like you are doing everything that one. So how do you identify those traceability of food in such a way that like you are getting the grade A and it does not affect the employee productivity?
Added to the list of things that you mentioned with the UN's target, fortunately I am also blessed with the opportunity to serve people with peace of mind also through meditation. So that is an added. See, basically, I have been looking at trying to research into all medical ailments, physical ailments that we generally have. The major bulk of it, if you go to the real science of your entire body, the major chunk of it is contributed either by food or stress.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you closely monitor people with more stress start consuming more food.
Okay.
Maybe they see it as a diversion, or some sort of. There is also a wrong belief that if I am thinking too much, I need more carbohydrate. especially in the nights. Why they just keep munching something or the other. They themselves they convince themselves saying that no, I am thinking too much, I need more of glucose, let me have more of
Carbohydrates.
So one thing that I am also trying a lot, is to educate first. So you can't change the trend just like that. It is awareness that everybody should have. When I said, I am blessed with, as a trainer in heartfulness, to reduce stress levels of people, that also indirectly contribute in the way they consume food.
Okay.
Much of the knowledge, we are all aware. It is not that nobody here is aware consuming more oil is going to be injurious to your health. Still,
Okay.
we are not able to
Control.
hold on to it. So this is step one. Education, you should have something from your inner, strengthen your own inner side. Of course, added to it, we also provide the nutritional facts, what is required, and how the menu planning is designed.
Okay.
This is the key strategy.
Okay.
So what we do, apart from tracking this 34 factors, this, we have a nerve center in Coimbatore, which actually does the production plan for all our 70 kitchens.
Okay.
And we have a strategy behind that.
Mm-hmm.
People think we are playing with cost. No, we don't find any challenge in giving you the best. But what we actually work upon is to make sure that we give a balanced diet.
Okay. Yeah, just to introduce, and then we'll come back to this, because it would be good to kind of highlight. You serve 110 GCCs, the institutions like IITs and all,
Yes.
and the hospitals, some of the best hospitals. So name any best organizations in the country. You're serving them, right? So yeah, you can proceed,
Yes.
because they demand so much. That's why.
Yes. See, there are organizations which seek our assistance in bringing the awareness to the employees also. They are really concerned about the health of their employees. So what we try and do constantly, the only thing that I can do is to upgrade myself. So I find every opportunity to improve from where we are today to what we should be offering down the line. Eventually, there is a little up down of cost happening in it, and for us the most comforting factor is our tech platform immediately flashes this. Okay, this move is going to take you up by so much or bring it down by so much. We average it out. So I mean, being in business, profitability is also equally important. If I have to sustain, if I have to serve, then I should be self-sustained. Hence, when it comes to business part, we find the nutrition. Our strategy goes like this. Menu planning is the lifeline for us.
Okay.
So that I have centralized it. At the time of menu planning, the cost and the nutritional value both are mapped. And then a menu is defined. Most of it, the customer defines the menu. We tweak it. We educate them. We tell them, sir, let us not have so many of this. Let's have this as a option. The immediate question they will have is, oh, is it going to be very cheap? Is that why you are offering this? Then we show them, because of the tech availability, we instantly show them what is the cost of this. So it's no way cheaper.
Okay.
It is only a healthy alternate for your people. Then they buy in.
Okay.
So few things it's natural for them. So if you are not prepared for all of this, you will not be able to actually contribute or
But how do you
deliver.
source that the food?
So
from?
today we are sourcing it through any middleman like anybody. But I have now identified my top 25 raw material, and I have identified the source of that. So today, since we are serving more than 450,000 people in a day, For instance, our onion consumption for a month is more than 1,20,000 kgs.
Okay.
Now I can go talk with a farmer, tell him that monthly I am going to pick this stock from you. This is continuous order that you are going to have from me.
Okay.
If I am going to just pick 4 bags, 5 bags, and if I talk about improving farmer's life,
True.
it's absolutely meaningless. But today we are empowered to do that, and we are working on it. Maybe 6 months down the line, it is not my endeavor to cut the traders between. That is not my goal, but to improve the farmers' final.
Okay.
At one point of time, for 2 years, I did farming as a extra, other than my regular thing. And that taught me a lot. So I was not dependent on it at all. So we had an acre in which we planted tomatoes, and we were able to make 700 kgs of tomato every week. Year 1, just behind the farm was a wholesale market. I used to go and sell there. 1 crate of 18 kgs of tomato I used to sell for 400 rupees. And I used to make good money.
Okay.
Year 2, the same effort was same, yield was same, everything was same. But 1 crate of tomato fetched me 40 rupees.
Okay.
The cost of plucking the tomato is 3 rupees per kg. So for 15 kgs, I am spending 45 rupees just to pluck the tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and I am selling it at 40 rupee.
Okay.
I just decided to mow it down, make it as a fertilizer to the ground. But then I felt, how would a farmer who is completely dependent on this
Okay.
survive?
Yeah.
So what will be,
True.
the year is gone, that's it. You have 6-month cycle, you lost those 6 months, you have to wait for another year to come back,
Yeah.
and they fall into a debt trap at this point of time.
Okay.
So now what I am trying to do, why should market decide? I have a need, he has the produce, why not make sure that he gets the best?
Okay.
So we are getting into it. Now, when we get into that stage, there we are also slowly going to, sort of a backward integration, check on what kind of fertilizers are being used there. Can I bring it down, make it more natural? The greatest threat here is the best of best vegetable, you will find it decaying fast.
Okay.
That's a big challenge. Now, with the kind of consumption we have, why should we allow it to decay? We will keep procuring a truck, consume it in 2 days, have fresh. So this is the next model that will contribute the health or the quality of food served.
Mm-hmm.
And this cannot be achieved. Unfortunately, even how much ever I am deeply inclined to do it, unless we build a scale, it could not have happened.
Okay.
Now that it is there, I have started looking into it.
Okay. So one question which deeply come everybody's mind, especially I'm talking about if a multinational company wanted to set up in India, they don't have a thought of like, okay, I will run a kitchen in US or Europe and things like that. But when it comes to India, every company says like I'm running a kitchen. Somewhere they are looking at it as a service to the employees. I asked one of the GCC leaders, and he said, Kumar, one of the things which we also factored after a long period of thing, if I ask people to come with their own cooked food, of course it's so good, but the thing is, by the time they consume that one, it is like it has at least 5-6 hours or 6-7 hours past, kind of getting stale. The second problem which they have is a limited quantity. Many people get into buying something else which is not healthy. And the third factor, he said, that's an interesting factor which he said, because they have to prepare and come to office, invariably I see people coming late, and invariably the most important meetings in the first hour of the office. I just want them to take out the burden that come to the office, your food is taken care, don't think about it, be productive in the very first hours. And that's one of the reasons. In fact, it gives a lot more flexibility for us to ensure that people are there on time, there is no absenteeism, there is no late coming, there is more productivity in the beginning hours, because as the day progresses, productivity comes down. So we just wanted to ensure. So what is the one factor which stays in people's mind is food. Whenever they are thinking about it after 4 hours, what will I consume? If that is taken away, then their mind is at rest or peaceful to focus on the work. Have you ever discussed with any of your, because you're serving almost like kind of the majority of the GCCs, large brands, some of them even have 30,000 employees,
Yes.
40,000 employees in single campus, and you have gone through that one. Have anybody discussed in those lines that like your support is actually very important, critical for us?
Almost everybody know that it is critical, whether they publicly agree or comment or appreciate. I find very rarely people doing that, but they know it is a very critical component.
Because in India,
for
we
their-
always consume processed food.
Yes.
So it has to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, see, any industry that you take, any GCCs, it's generally far away from the city. That's where you can find your space, a huge setup. Your economics doesn't work otherwise. So, as you rightly spotted, they have to leave early from home
Yeah.
to reach there. And after all, the entire effort of working, this, that, is for one of the key factors, that is to eat. If that is not happening,
Yeah.
then there is no point in even earning, basically. So you can't complain that.
I'll give you one interesting
Yeah.
fact here. My father did not leave his office till he retired. He worked for one of the largest automobiles in southern India called TVS Group.
Okay.
The food is so good. He said that I'm not leaving because the food is there for me.
True. See, always food is one thing that we all know. One thing that we can say, no, it is enough. I don't need more. That is the only thing. You can't dump more than a point. So, it's kind of fulfilling, basically. What do we mean by saying no to food? You are already full, right? It's a fulfilling. That is the only fulfilling thing. It's a very critical.
And we also have a saying, right? I have eaten your salt.
Yes.
I will not do anything wrong.
Yes. So that emotion is also linked to it. And when food is taken care of, it is, see, who generally cares about your food? Generally, it's our mother at home. So when an employer is thinking about his employees and its food, it gets a motherly feeling. Okay, like I'm being taken care of in the company. Like what you said, your father, it's a classic. Even today, TVS serves one of the great, tasty food. Their menu will be limited, but they serve very good food. So, without proper food, anywhere and everywhere, you will face challenges. I have seen many, couple of GCCs who initially said no to food and eventually ended up serving food because they could see that at employee turnover, they started quitting. When they look around, they say, okay, that guy is offering me this. Why should I stick to this? A mere 2,000, 3,000 rupee more salary is not going to make him sit there because he calculates. Okay, there I get this. Anyway, I am saving that. It's okay.
True.
And the entire burden of preparing it and bringing it, shelf life of food. No, it's sometimes it turns stale. Some dishes, if you touch your hand, in 4 hours it will spoil.
Yeah.
So having put all the effort, only finally to see that it is spoiled, let it be only 3 times in a year. That is more than enough for you to feel bad. It need not happen 300 days in a year.
Okay.
So all these factors, when somebody is taking care of it, you feel emotionally well connected, they have taken care of it. Now let me take care of this work. I don't say that everything is getting translated into such a big thing, but at least there is definitely a good outcome when it comes to their work efficiency when this is addressed.
Yeah.
But this people should have researched, they should have seen, for them to understand. Then they will definitely. You don't have to own a kitchen. See,
But
there
you
are
own
two
80
parts.
kitchens.
Hmm?
You own 80 kitchens.
Yeah, I own 80 kitchens.
Okay.
So, what we do typically when we serve people who doesn't have a kitchen but are interested to serve food, we set up something called a central kitchen. So, we will have it very close to your place, maybe a 3 kilometer away from wherever you are, and we cook there and serve it. So, you provide a dining space, we will get it served.
Okay.
So generally, if you have employees less than 500 or so, it doesn't make sense for you to have your own kitchen, because that becomes you have a space, then you have all the equipments to be monitored, your grease filters to be cleaned every day. It becomes more of a headache than. But anybody more than 500, for sure more than 1000, can have their own kitchen. It will be viable.
And you said the number 500,000. So now I'm so interested to know, what is the smallest company which you are serving? Not the name of the company, but at least the number of people, and the largest catering which you are doing for anyone.
So the smallest is about 80.
Okay, even for 80 people.
80.
Okay.
But that's a it's a top premium company with a premium price and
Okay.
set up things like that. And the largest single place, so the food is getting served is about 28,000.
Wow. How do you ensure? It's a 1 hour window, right?
Yeah,
So
it's a
all
1 hour.
28,000, you have to queue it properly, you have to serve them, you have to
That
do
is
everything.
actually far more easier
Okay.
than serving this 80 on time.
Okay.
Because for this 28,000 people, we have in-house kitchen, and you have 12-13 dining halls, and in every dining hall you will have 4-5 counters.
Mhm.
That's it. You fill it before the stipulated time of breakfast, 10 minutes before.
It's a banking client, right?
Yeah.
It's a banking client.
You have banking and also footwear manufacturer.
Okay.
Both are of this size.
Okay.
So there it is easy.
Okay.
Everything is, at least, your logistics, everything is well sorted.
Okay.
But from a central kitchen, like this 80 is in Bangalore, and traffic
Yeah.
challenges in.
Yeah.
So there are times, you have to plan so early. For a breakfast, we leave by 5 in the morning. Now, if you leave by 5 in the morning, what would happen to the food? There is a high chance of getting spoiled, right? For instance, coconut chutney has a real life of only 1.5 hours. That's it.
Okay.
So what we do, we have the scraped coconuts with us, grated ones. We have a mixer there, and there we do the coconut chutney. So whichever has got a 4 or 5 hours shelf, lifespan, we take it. We cook and take it. Sometimes we have half boiled of this vegetable, cut onions in this. There we just put and mix, because separately it has got a longer life. But you mix everything together, it has got a 2 hour life.
Okay.
So it's all about planning.
Okay. Great. No, it's too many smaller, finer aspects of it. Then it's like enough. For me, it's like only one thing. In my plate, there is a rasam, there is a sambar, there is a rice, and a curd. Then walk away. But
whatever we have discussed now, if you call it a science behind food, we have touched 10% of it.
Okay.
There is more wow factors that you will realize.
Okay.
To just give you an example, as you rightly said, you have 8-9 dishes in our plate. Consider it to be rice, roti, dal, sabji, rasam, pickle, papad and curd, for example. The combination is very different with, for example, I am serving you paneer. everything is unlimited. Assume everything is unlimited. That's how we serve everywhere. So you give paneer, roti consumption is more, rice consumption is less on that.
Okay.
You give a lauki ki sabzi, the bottle gourd, roti is consumed less, rice is consumed more. There you give a bitter gourd as poriyal, poriyal is consumed less, sambar is consumed more. You give a aloo, aloo is consumed more, sambar is consumed less. So every every specific aspect has a deeper science to it. So mapping this, every time that you produce, you cannot standardize this at all, because nobody wants to say that okay, Thursdays are bitter gourd. So how the GCCs they plan is like there is a 10-day cycle. Okay, this 10 days there will be no repetition. There will be another 10-day cycle, and we will try to
Mix
keep
and match.
so that you don't know. It doesn't register that Thursdays are this.
Yeah.
It keeps rotating somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
So these are all there's far more challenges when it comes to food.
That's true. No, it's
planning.
almost like every day you have to be on the toes,
Yes.
because even one plate is bad, you lose that particular thing. So you have to be almost like kind of on a real-time basis, get the information. 18 states, managing 18 states, 5,600 employees, 450,000 plates every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, multiple menus at different places. I think probably it is, for me, I cannot comprehend with my this thing. I don't know how you are running the shows, like kind of, it must be something. At least I have to live by one day and see that like whether I have the same balance. What's the vision for Focus Prism from here?
What has been inspiring me? The first thing, whatever we look at, 450,000 plates that is getting delivered is not just because of me. We have a huge team. A team where so many people are taking ownership, and because of them, this is happening. Where we want to go further. The only inspiring thing was eliminating food waste. So I would have been happy consulting everywhere. Just remain a consultant, give ideas, or implement for a while and leave.
Yeah.
What bothered me more was, after I had done consulting, I have brought in efficiency, eliminated food waste. For me, food waste is the parameter. For him, the profit. Because of eliminating food waste. That is his parameter. So I finally found, because we just get into contracts, no sales cycle for us. Just go, talk, we say, we save, 50% is mine, no fixed fee, no retainer, nothing. So I used to practically finish deals in a first meeting. But what happened, after I leave, the waste again goes up. And for him, from a commercial angle, okay, had I hired him, anyway I have to give 50% to him of the saving, it is not mine. It's okay. So that started hurting. So then I said, no, I will get into the space, I will make sure that my entity doesn't waste food. It can happen only if it has to be on a longer run, it has to be mine. So then I got into this. Now, where am I heading to? If, as we speak, we have eliminated more than 1 lakh of tonne food waste every month. I am heading to, if God wishes, 10 lakh kgs of food, tons of food waste to be eliminated every month.
Wow.
So I really haven't set end target to me. As God wishes, I'll keep traveling, I'll keep putting my efforts, I'll keep enhancing it and eliminating the waste.
Great. So it's happy to note you are third largest now the supplier of food, processed food in India. And I wish with the thought which you have, eliminating the waste, soon you will capture the first slot. I wish, I want you to be in that first slot, because somebody thinks differently than just a profit motive. But incidentally, is like enough. I'm also happy to note from the typically GCC or large organization perspective, they look at it, the cost cutting everywhere else. But actually the real saving also can come from a food consultant who can probably provide much better saving in terms of the usages of the food, reducing the wastages, or optimizing the food supply every day, and making a quality food. So that way is like kind of the cost reduction happens because of the quality. 34 parameters which you talked about. Plus, you also mentioned about the reduction of absenteeism, or the insurance cost gets reduced because the healthy employees which are there and motivated, and the productivity also improved. In all, you touched whatever which you wanted to see is like kind of from the GNA perspective. You touched everywhere is like kind of what is there typically, and more importantly is like kind of what an HR should think. Actually, as a food consultant, you are thinking in that. I would say food technopreneur, if I can coin a word. You are thinking in that sense. So, from a deep within meditative practitioners to all the way to food as a medicine, how it can probably serve the corporate. Great thing, actually. I'm fascinated with this because I've been talking about the GCCs in terms of just the technology or center of excellence. A person who can serve food to make sure that the productivity improves, that comes from. So anything beyond that, like you want to touch on the focus prism right now, do you focus beyond what you said?
See, I think pretty much I've covered the entire cycle. So if I can bring in this awareness, me delivering, okay, even I eliminate 10 lakh kgs of tons of food in a month, and if I started serving from 450 4,500 thousands of plates, still it will be a minuscule of
Absolutely.
the size. So I would love if somebody can come out and suggest me. Me delivering is fine, but how do I bring this awareness to the larger chunk? Because how much ever big I grow, I still probably would be 2-3% of what it is. So this is something that I am continuously seeking for. So if I have to talk anything more than what I have covered, this is one aspect that I am seeking to know how to do it, how to partner, or I don't know what is the way forward.
I think you touched somewhere, I missed it during our conversation. Vision AI is also you are trying to implement so that like all these things are factored into that, right?
Yes.
So AI is one of the components.
So above the business intelligence that we have today, we are getting in artificial AI also in place. Yes, that is all. See, again, the input or the outcome of the AI is to be designed by us. So we are bringing that into place where we can still get into more efficiency, or when I say always efficiency, it becomes very commercial, but it is not the commercial aspect, the food waste aspect.
Okay.
How I can make it lesser wastages,
Okay.
more bringing more efficiency through eliminating food waste. So that is there. Yeah, we are working on it big time.
Okay.
Of course, we may be a bit late because since we are obviously not from the tech typical core tech background, we learn, we are being advised by people, and we understand, and getting it implemented is taking time. But yes, we are into it.
Okay. Great. Yeah, as a small gift from us, thank you for being with us. I know I learned a lot in this conversation, but more than anything, you gave me a valuable advice how not to waste the food. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being
Kumar,
with
it's
us.
my pleasure being here. I hope this reaches more people and more people get to know about this.
I also wish you to become number one and reach more GCCs and more large enterprises, so that the country will have much more as a person who has a vision to reduce the waste.
Sure.
Thank you.
And it can happen with all of your blessings and wishes and support.
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
Same here, same here.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
As we conclude this special two-part episode of Dexian Talks, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Subramanian for sharing his inspiring journey and valuable insights. From his roots in the hospitality industry to leading large-scale food service operations across the country, today's discussion highlighted the importance of leadership, innovation, operational excellence, and business transformation. A special thank you to our host, Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan, for leading this engaging conversation. Thank you for watching Dexian Talks. We'll meet you in the next episode with another interesting guest. This is Aarti Manosekar signing off. Thank you.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.